We now bring you breaking news. President Joe Biden canceled his scheduled appearance at a conference with a Latino civil rights organization after the group's CEO said he tested positive for COVID-19. Biden was set to deliver an address tonight. No word on his symptoms, but he did stop at a restaurant this afternoon before sitting down for an interview with Univision. We'll have more information tonight on air and online at westernmassnews.com. Day 2 of the Youth Police Academy in Belchertown has finally wrapped up, and that's just our first stop as Western Mass News goes town by town. This morning, recruits visited the Hampshire Sheriff's House, Jail, and House of Corrections to tour the facility. After the tour, the Belchertown Fire Department demonstrated how they extract people from a car and showed kids what tools they use. The Region 6 Championship Horse Show taking place in West Springfield this week. The event is being held on the Big E Fairgrounds, and it kicked off on Monday and will wrap up on Sunday, July 21st. In Springfield, Square One teamed up with the Thunderbirds to host a field day for local children. The event was held today from 10:30 a.m. until noon at the Christian Life Center on Sumner Ave. The fun included a water balloon toss, races, ring toss, and a pizza party. Thunderbirds volunteers, oh wow, very cool, and of course the mascot Boomer were in attendance for the event. And when we come back, Jenna has one last look at your First Alert forecast.